Okay, hello guys, welcome back. We're going to be carrying on with building a Call of Duty Zombie clone game today. I mean, I had all likes on the one I posted last night, and I want to do this anyway, so, you know, I'm going to carry on doing this. So let's just have a catch up and think about where I got to. So this isn't the level I want. Maps World. This is the one I was working on yesterday. Let's go take a look. Cannot beat a bit of Bob Marley in the morning, and will always get you up and in a happy mood and ready to go, man. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Yeah, boy. This man knew how to live. Okay, cool. So let's can I view the FPS, because I have a feeling 50 to 100 is not terrible. There was a patch I noticed some lag on in the video yesterday. It was around this grass, but it appears to hold up fine. Okay, let's see here. So the map's looking okay. The map's looking okay. It's pretty basic. I think I'm going to fire up SketchUp. What I'm going to work on now is the point system, like so you can remove barricades and stuff. So I'm just going to that's not a word. I'm just going to throw together some kind of barricade, and what I think I'm going to use is, like, since it's like this kind of, it's kind of like a, you know, I want to use the word Vietnam. I want to say this is kind of a Vietnam-esque map. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but whatever, I did. So let's see now. Let's just map these out. So these circles I'm gonna grow into spikes, and that's sort of like block the end of the bridge from the starting zone, so you can't get through there, and then you'll have to pay to remove it. Anything you might do, come. Yeah, man. Games and chill. Building games and chill. Never mind playing games, man. Building them. That's where it's at. Let's make these spikes. I don't think they should all be the same height. You know, that's not really. Doing a cone is actually quite hard. I think. At least I'm not very good at making them on this. You see, the thing is, like, I make these YouTube videos and everyone's like, wow, you're so professional, like, you should be making, like, loads of games. Like, I'm really, really not. I'm just a guy that likes programming and likes sharing programming. I'm not in any way good at this stuff. So you see, I think if I go up on the blue axis, like, it's not really a spike, is it? It's, you see, this won't work unless I do pyramid spike on top. That's cheesy as fuck, but it works. It works. I can always, like, the thing about these models is, like, you can always come back in. You can always come back and say, ooh, I don't like that static mesh there. I'm going to go build a really, really nice one. I'm going to spend, like, 6 years on it or something, and it's going to be beautiful. Like, so that's always an option. So it's okay to just kind of, like, rough out some rough idea of what you want. Actually, I'm wondering, can I copy and paste that on there? I feel like I hope there's a... No, it's not what I wanted to do. I want it on the face, but more... Oh, this is a good one. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Yeah, boy. This is so hard to place. Okay, like I just said, I'm gonna save this for another day. Like, I don't even need spikes on it for now. It's just the point of having it there. So this is spikes, and then I want to go get my FBX converter here. No woman, no cry. That's not what I want. I want to save it as. No, I don't want to save it. I want to export it. What am I doing, man? COD clone, where are you? No woman, no cry. Cool. So, back in my FBX converter, grab this dude, hit convert. That's cool. And then, where have I been putting this shit? Here we go. Let's import here the spikes. Said I remember. Oh wow, okay, they're not joined together. That's bullshit. But it makes sense. Why would I make all of them when I just need one? And I can just use it multiple times. Cool, so I'll keep this guy. We'll drag him out into the world. And I'll probably like angle them a bit, just to make it a bit more interesting. So I'm gonna make a blueprint out of this. Along the way. And I want to duplicate that like multiple times. You see there how red axis isn't the one I want, so I'm going to reset that and use the green axis. Yeah, the green axis is what I want. So we'll look at it from this point of view, and we'll duplicate it again a couple of times, and we'll just drag them out. Little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. This man knew how to sing. This man knew what was going on. When we used to sing. You see, they look really weird in the thing, like they're joining each other there, but they're not in the... Like, what the fuck, man? This is rather strange. Anyway, I'll get it looking right in the game as opposed to in the... What the hell? Everything's gonna be alright. Okay, I can't rotate. Yes, I can. Cool. That looks better, doesn't it? I think that's kind of obvious that you can't go through there. Let's just hop in and see how it looks with my scale. Yeah, okay, so I'm not allowed to cross the bridge, but obviously I'm going to teach you about invisible walls. So COD does have a lot of invisible walls. The only issue is getting collision whereby the zombies can go through it, but I can't. That's a bit of a ball ache. Let's see, no cubes. So I kind of want to keep it separate there, so that this invisible wall here can stay in the game. Those spikes, I might actually use them like around the map as kind of like a fence. I'm not entirely sure yet. In fact, what I do want to do is hop into landscape real quick, and I want to work a little bit on the landscape. I feel like this should be like much steeper, so as to be a kind of actual barrier to the map. And I'll obviously come and repaint this so it's not all grass. Put some like rock on the edge and shit. So I'm going to want like an invisible wall like here, but otherwise, you know, that looks kind of cool. And then you want to kind of stagger it, so behind, you know, you add some depth to this by adding more hills, higher hills behind. So these are the ones that like you'll be able to see just over. So you see that's looking a little bit more like, yeah, I am in a valley kind of thing. So let's keep painting this. So the strength's already on full. And along here, because you'll be able to see this part from the other side of the valley too, so it's important that we get this looking right. Don't shed no tear. And then a second layer. See, I put this curl at the end here, so like when you're looking down the river, it looks like it does actually go off somewhere. Let me switch to unlit and see how it looks. So it obviously wants more of a steeper angle along here, just to kind of hide the fact that it's a thin wall and not an actual mountain. And put more hills up on the top there. Beautiful. So if I'm stood anywhere over here, can I see that that actually runs off into nowhere? Yeah, I can. So I'm going to want to put some more mountain shit along here. But I don't want to... There we go. I want to keep the river quite wide. Landscapes are really, really cool to work with. Like, you can easily create these big spaces, big things that you want to, you know, so like that looks like a tight valley pass now, right? Sorry about that pinging now. I'll just mute my phone. Let's see. I just need to check this. Sorry, just a second. Except Messenger doesn't work on my phone because it's a pile of shit. So I'm just gonna check Facebook over here. Okay. Yeah, these videos are not so professional. Okay. Yeah, forget Facebook, man. I don't need that right now. Just change up the music over here. Let's get something a little bit more energetic. Panda designer, typical basic bitch shit. This map is gonna want some trees. You know, it's not really quite the dense forest valley river that I wanted or that I envisioned. Let me just keep painting up here, and then I'll go and add trees later on. We'll find some. I'll show you where I get like free models from the internet and stuff, and we'll figure out that stuff in a bit. So let's just paint some rock on the edge of these. Leave a little bit of grass, you know, just so it's not all one texture. Sculpt. I just want to do that there. Okay. So I need a little layer of mud at the bottom, I think. Whoa, not the whole way up, man. That's not what I wanted. I just want some kind of fading between these textures. That's it. I just wanted it along the bottom, really. There we go. And then just kind of like scatter that rock a bit on here. Let's make that a bit bigger. It's going to take forever otherwise. Let's take a look at that. That looks cool, right? You can see that the valley kind of like wanders off. You know you're in a map, but how can I get around that? I don't know if I can. I don't really want just the sky there, you know. I am gonna get rid of that post-process volume. Oh wow, okay, that's the landscape. Let's redo that. Let's get rid of the fog. Cool, cool, and the post-process volume. I like that look better. This glossy finish on here is definitely going to go with a nice new texture. But yeah, that valley's looking a bit better. It does look a bit better. The shadows down it are kind of cool. I mean, I could even have some zombies spawn like here or something. Anyway, yeah, let's go back and finish off this invisible wall that I was trying to get sorted. Let's see, string that down. There may be a better way to do this. In fact, I'm almost certain there is, but this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, so you see there how it doesn't quite... Let's just put a little nub there. Yeah, so when you're playing... Jesus, come on man, my eyes need to adjust quicker than that. Can I glitch out the map here? That's one thing that you're going to want to check for when you're working with landscapes is it possible to glitch out this map? Because a lot of the ones when you were playing Call of Duty were because they built it like this. And it is really... It can be easy to glitch out the map. That directional light. I'm just going to, instead of having these cool valley shadows for now, I'm just going to rotate the thing. So it points... I think it's like midday, that kind of sun, so it should just let me see what's going on in the world a bit better. There we go. So can I... No. And can I... Yes, I can. But what I'll do to fix that is... What will I do to fix that? I'm not sure. I'll just move these back. So there's a glitch bit, like you can jump up onto it. So what I'll do to fix that is I will increase your scale a little bit, like that. Sweet. So I can't quite get on them now. Oh, I can. Okay. Well, what I'll do then is I'll make another cube here. So even if you stand on top of the things, you can't go any further forward. Sweet. And then I'm going to want to do another invisible wall along the length of the bank there. What I'll probably do with these invisible walls to make the game a bit more fun is I will probably make some like barbed wire meshy kind of walls and put them in the play zone, so it does actually look like you're running into something instead of an invisible wall. So what we have here is... Oh, I don't like the way this one overlaps, like it's not quite right. There we go. I am going to want invisible walls along the side of the bridge, or I may just put like a handrail on. But as you can see now, when it comes to like trying to glitch this thing, I'm going to run into this wall. So it doesn't really matter if I can get here, I can't do anything. I mean, the zombies won't be able to hit me, so it's kind of like one of those camping glitch spots. But I mean, honestly, those were never fun because you've got to run off and get your ammo anyway. So, whatever. So I've got this wall along the bank here, and it is possible to get kind of stuck between the invisible wall and that. So I'm gonna smooth the area here just to make it a little bit less steep. Let's see here. Let's try that. See, that's a lot more. I can definitely maneuver this area now. Okay, cool. The material for this, I don't want it to have I want it to be totally transparent. So I'm going to make a new material. Invisible wall. And that material is just going to have an opacity of like 0. It's not opaque, it's translucent, and its opacity is a constant 0. Sweet. That's it. Just make an invisible material and then slap it onto your wall, and then suddenly we have invisible walls. Easy. Look at that. So now the player can't escape the area because there's a big invisible wall here, but I'll obviously make something to make it look, because I mean, come on man, you should be able to walk down there. That's how it would look. But anyway, at least the player can't like get out and onto the bridge before he's unlocked the door. What you might want to do with those cubes is just apply that material at the end, because you know you're going to want to be able to see and work with that. So I'll just leave it as this grey thing for now. I need to figure out what I'm doing up here with the landscape, so let's go and have a little sculpting session over here. Sweet. The other thing is, you see how he is quite wide at the river, but it doesn't actually go anywhere? Like, I've kind of fucked this. I don't have any way of blocking this off now, which is annoying. I wonder if I could sell this as a dead end like that. Like a kind of like dam, natural occurring dam or something. That could be one way of doing this. Or I wonder if I could have a waterfall. Yeah, that would look amazing. I think I want to try and figure out a waterfall. That'd be cool. But for now, let's just make sure they can't get off the map. So that looks okay there. This back area is quite steep, so I might just no, that's not working. I want the smooth tools, smooth all you up. That's okay, except it's not okay because it's, let's see, can I walk up there? Let's take a look here. Can I climb this area at all? No, not really. No, it is a bit too steep to get up. That's good. And over here, what do we have up here? Is this possible? It probably is, so I'm going to want to add an invisible wall there. But I mean, we've seen that. That's easy enough to do. So I'll just grab myself another cube. Stretch it out to fit in there. So you see, this map's going to use a variation of the cubes that Unreal Engine provides, my own meshes that I've created in SketchUp, and a few other things. So that ledge there may provide them a way to jump onto it, so I'm just going to nudge it back a bit, make it tall. There we go. But I wonder, will you be able to jump onto the buildings? No, not really. Cool. Anyway, whatever. That's cool. So the map's starting to look a bit more fleshed out now. You see, so I think I'm going to start on this side of the bank and then unlock the side with more buildings. And then obviously you can buy the doors into the buildings for the various perks. So I'll make... The perks I'll make... Let's see, we did make sticky notes where we left off. Perks. I want a Juggernaut, which will increase HP by 200%. Max HP 200%. I want a Speed Cola, so that will increase or decrease reload time to half. I want a Quick Revive. This is going to be single player, so Quick Revive will be like a second chance at life. So it will kill all the zombies on the map like a nuke, and then you'll be alive. And the last one, double tap, increase rate of fire. So fire 2 bullets at once, basically. Do twice the damage with each hit. Sweet! That's fleshed out. So this blueprint here of this thing, this spikes, it's going to need to have a few more things. Let's take a look here. We're going to want a box collision. Excuse me, that cough is still not gone. Bit big. I really ought to be doing this like down here so I can see the box in the game. And you see how I've angled the whole thing? Yeah, that's going to cause some issues. So I'll just blow that box up, I think. Yeah, that's good. Cool. So we'll make an event graph. Event actor begin overlap. And then if the other actor... I need to get the first player controller. And I'm going to want to enable input on this. Hook that into the player controller and disable input and end overlap. Not bind it. Event end overlap. Sweet. Let's get rid of that and that and that. And then let's have a key. Let's just make this a test. So I just want the F key. Why are keys so hard to find? Unreal Engine, if you watch my videos, I really want you to make like keys easier to find. So if I just press F, I want to see this list right here. Keyboard events, that's what I want to type in. Keyboard events. Cool. So if I press, I don't know, let's just make it number 1 for now. What I'll probably do is have a particle system. Particle systems are so fucking cool, man. Like they really make games something else. That steam, I might use that across. I might stretch a particle out and have that across the river to give it like a kind of misty, low-lying fog feel. And that would hide that the zombies just come out of the ground as well, so that's kind of cool. I'm looking for something to happen when I buy the door. So I could have this at a scale of like 2. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's take a look at that in the game. It almost wants to be rotated, so it's not in my face. That's cool. So when you buy it, like it'll set on fire and then the spikes will slowly disappear. Nope, change my mind, I don't like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a move to, move component 2, and it's going to be a sequence, and I'm going to do a select, and I'm going to get all of my, yo, why do you inherit off that? Go off there. Add option pin, add option, never got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The index will be, the index will need to be a variable of integer type, integer. I'm going to name this poll. So poll can be 0 at first, that's cool. So we're going to get that. And we're going to move you to a new location over time. Yeah, not 0.2 because it's got to do all of them. So a for each loop, not for each, a for loop where the first index is 0 and the last one is, what is it, 7 meshes? 7. So 7 times it's going to do this, and when it completes, I'm going to set the pole to the index. So on the first one it'll be 0. I think that might actually need to come first, because if it starts on 0, I'm going to want the 0th pole. I'm going to ease in and ease out of that. As for their relative location, so we see here we have, let's make this full screen. Basically, I'm going to want this to go down into the ground. Each one's going to need a transform to go to, isn't it? So, what, like -70? And which one of these would change? -70, -300, right? Yeah, cool. So let's put that in here and see how that looks. -70 and -300. Compile that. And what key did we set it to? We bound it to the number 1. So let's give that a test. So I should be able to press 1 here, and each of the poles ought to move down. But you see here we just have that one that repeats. I wonder why that is. Okay, so instead of doing that in a for loop for each loop, I wonder if I can. Maybe it is a sequence I want. No, it's not a sequence. It is a loop. And the condition would be pole equals. Wait, so it's going to be pole starts at 0, so it'll select option 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if pole is less than or equal to 6, then do this. If it's not, do nothing. If it's completed, come back into this branch. When you press 1, do that. Doop, 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 doop. And then we'll have a print string on here just for debugging purposes, so we can leave that as hello. Let's go see whether that works or not. Oh, I didn't create a way for it to increment the thing. So pole needs to get set to pole plus 1. Oh, wait, I wonder if you increment. I've not seen that before. Sweet. I don't need to do this shit. I can just hit increment and then have you fire back into there. Lovely. So I built my own loop there basically. Okay, all apart from 1. Why? Why? I wonder if that's the root component, you know? In fact, clicking on it, I can see it is. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is find the root, which is this guy. Can I make the box the root? I really do this wrong every time. I shouldn't be making blueprints off a static mesh. I should be making them off a trigger volume and then adding my meshes inside. Excuse me. So with this, a fix. Fuck. I'm stuck for a fix on this one, man. Because you can't move that component because it's the root. I wonder, can I add another static mesh component? A cube. And make the cube the Ugh, shit. Okay, figuring this one out. Getting rid of. So there's a lesson for you. Never build your blueprints around a static mesh. Always build them around a trigger volume, and then add your meshes to them if you're going to be moving the meshes. Okay, let's take a think. Let's just pause for a second here. I could. One, two, three, four. Ah, okay, so this one doesn't even ever get called to move upon, because there isn't a reference to it in the event graph. So I want to get that there and add an option, hook you in and move you last, and change that to 7 instead of 6. And let's just see what happens when I do that now. Okay, got to the end of the thing, but there's still a pole there. I wonder, can I move that pole? No, but I can move everything else around it. I could move everything around it up, right? And then in the game, what I do now is I move you down and back. So that's really shitty that I have this thing being rendered here, because it really shouldn't be. It's quite... I feel as though I've taken too many shortcuts doing that, but at the same time I don't really want to rebuild that blueprint. So sweet, that works. How cool is that? Lovely. What was this error that I've been given? Ah, okay, so it's telling me if I want to move this thing, it needs to be movable. Wait, I wonder if I can just do that. If I can drop these back down now. Compile that. And of course I'm going to need to bring you up. Let's try again. Whoa, where the hell did that one go? Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. You see, it flew off up there. You see, we have the spikes somewhere down here. Well, we ought to do. Whatever. I just need to make sure there's not like a floating spike in the sky somewhere. I'm sure if there is, I'll find it later on. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. That works for now. The other thing it wants to do is get rid of the trigger volume so that it can't overlap anymore. So when it hits this, I need to remove... Wait, I could just destroy the whole thing, couldn't I? I could destroy actor self. So after you've moved them all, just destroy it. Just get rid of the whole thing. You've already bought the door, there's no need for it to exist in the game anymore, right? So watching up here, oh, no, watching up here now. Sorry, there should be a spikes blueprint. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and the spikes blueprint has gone from the game, which is good. The game doesn't need to keep that in memory. It doesn't need to do nothing with that anymore. It's just gone. That's fantastic. Cool. I just wonder, can I jump onto that wall? Nah, man, it's too high, isn't it? Yeah, it's way too high. That's good. That's good news. Yeah, lovely. Looking good. Looking good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's build a UI for my character. UIs are always... I am so bad at building these. Like, it's gonna look terrible, but I don't know. You guys will just have to deal with it. I want to use a widget blueprint. Okay, so I'm gonna want a text in the center, and its anchor is gonna want to be the center of the screen. And this text block, we will name it interactable. So when you overlap on things now, like the door, it'll set this text to visible and set it to something like press E to buy. So press E to buy and set a price for that. The price, we can do this stuff kind of programmatically, like, so if we hit bind over here, right? Wow, this has been a long time, man. Oh no, how do I do this? Shit. Wow, okay, it's been a long time. I have done a video on this. I need to go back and watch my own tutorials, man. Let's see. From the invisible wall, this dude, it's this actor overlap. And what I want to do is like do a cast to first person character. And as that, I want to get HUD widget. Add a widget component? No, I don't want to add one. I want my character to already have one. But I've forgotten how to do that. Let's take a look here. It's not that, it's... Oh, wait. I saw where I needed that. It's this designer over here. So how is it that I attach this to my character? Do I drag it out into the... I do need to add a player start. Let's just put it in there for now. Easy. I can't drag you onto that, can you? Man. My first person character. I could just set you in the wall instead of a player start. Let's have a look at the blueprint here. Widget. Create a widget of type class new widget blueprint. There we go. Cool. Okay. And that wants to be done on event begin play. Hold on. It's just saving here. Event begin play. Which is being used up there. Wait a minute. Okay. This is... Oh. I'm just going to do a sequence of this. So it'll do whatever Unreal has set it up to do, and then it'll come off and do my thing. Owning player is self. Controller. That should work. And then I want to attach it. I think. Attach widget. I was sure that you do this attach thing with it. Attach doesn't seem to be a thing though. So viewport. There we go. Add to viewport. That's what I wanted. So when I play the game now, I was hoping I would see the text off the widget blueprint. This guy, but apparently I don't. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I want to change the font size to something mega, just for the sake of being able to see this thing. That might be a bit too mega. So this widget blueprint here should... I want to unbind it. I want to remove that binding. Let's get rid of this. So it doesn't have a binding. Let's compile that. Whoa, what don't you like? What don't you like? Is it because I still have a binding selected here? Yeah, cool. Let's just see what happens. Hey, cool, so I have text on the screen. I remember how to do that now. That's cool. So the bindings, I need to... What do I need to do? I need to have the overlap on this do something. So, goes to first person character, widget component. No, I need to viewport get. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm trying to connect to the widget, so I'm trying to like get the widget. Get widget, get component. It's not a component though because it's a separate blueprint that's attached later on. So let's sack that off for now. And I'll think about how to change that text later on, but at least we've got it on the screen. Lovely. Let's see, visibility, is that an option? It should be. Right, I'm gonna try credits binding here. Make a text. So value can be plugged into that easy enough. Can I add inputs on you? Could I add like input parameters? That's what I want. Okay, cool. So where the fuck do I call this from? That's basically it, right? That's going to change the text. Though it's not happy. Like, what's the issue? Like, I've not done nothing. Compile, you bastard. I have no idea what the issue is. It needs to return one value and take no parameters. Well then why give me the option to take parameters? That's fucking daft. Cast to... I don't remember. Do I cast to in here? Or do I... I thought I casted from outside. So like text. Give me a text thing here. Like a new variable. Text. I'm going to name this one press E. We're going to duplicate you and name you blank. So I'm going to get these. So press E will be a thingy variable like that, and I can say press E to buy door 750. Okay, and then this one will be totally blank. So with this, I want to hook this up to here basically. Strange. That blueprint there. Wait. What's it called? It's named Get Interactable Text 0. Get Interactable Text 0. Sweet. That will, what will that do? Get Interactable Text 0. We'll call that. No, it won't. No, it won't. Interactable Text 0. I don't need a return value, like I want to set the value. Set interact. No, bastard. If you're watching this and you know how to do it, like it must be so frustrating. You must be like screaming at this, like thinking, man, just fucking press this, dude. But it's not that simple. It probably is simple, but it's not for me right now. I'm gonna take a break from that. I'll come back to it. I don't need to do that right now. What I do need to get done is we need to build the map a bit more. I'm gonna go on SketchUp and try and throw together a simple shack. So let's go ahead and delete all this shit. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's see now. As long as it's in proportion, it's okay. Like, it doesn't, the sizes don't need to be accurate inside here. It just needs to be in proportion. So if you're gonna have a big door, like, you want the room to be a decent size, you know. So you see how tacky that is there? I did a really bad job on that. What I should have done is drawn lines instead of trying to do another cube on it. And hook them up properly. That's neater. So I want to give that a bit of a foundation to it. Let's give it a big fat foundation. We can texture the sides with things like stone and cobbles and stuff later on. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and get the basics done on this thing. So if that's the size of it, how big does a door want to be? The door wants to be about that size, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And oh, come on, man. I hate it when it does this stuff. You need to like click it onto the edge here. That's better. And I want to have some kind of window. Objects inside the house I can place in later on. I just want to kind of get the thing working for now. What I would probably do is like apply like a translucent texture of wooden boards slapped together. Instead of actually making the individual boards on this, I'll do it as a texture. I did want an upstairs level. Let's have a think here. If that's the size of the door, well, let's go that way instead. Let's bring you up to the top. Let's cut in some stairs here. If that's the size of a person, then they should be able to climb those stairs. It does need to be on that purple perpendicular bit. There, parallel. That's what I want. So that's a ramp at the minute. It's not stairs. But what I can do is I can divide... Whoa, what are you doing? I can divide this up. So I can select the middle point here and draw along the blue axis and split this into many stairs. So this looks about right. So what you want to do then is draw across, draw across, draw across. SketchUp is some really powerful software, man. It's incredible. And then you're going to want to lock that shit back. We'll figure out why those faces are the wrong way in a moment. Like so. What happens if I... Huh. Okay, that is an issue because... Well, it ought not to be, really. Anyway, I'll draw up here. That fixed it. And then I should be able to remove those lines, just to make texturing a bit easier later on. And these lines can go too. So I'm going to export that as a 3D model. I'm going to convert it. It's a work in progress. I'm not going to bother like naming it or anything yet. Skip it. Yeah, cool. Import Untitled. That's weird. Why have you split it up into loads of different pieces? You fucking annoying thing. Huh. You see how I just have like this weird ass shell? It's not done that right. It's not done that import correctly at all. Let's go ahead and try that again. So these pieces fit together, but like I shouldn't have to piece them together, man. It should just be one model. I didn't There's nothing weird about the way I've built it. You know, it is just one model here. How strange. That is really weird. That's a shame. Let me try that again. What can I do? Maybe there's something on my import settings that are wrong. Or the converter's converting it wrong. I don't care about materials or textures. Let's see if we can bash these together myself. And I will use the static mesh as the root again, even though I've just said not to do that. So I want to add another component, a static mesh, and that's going to have this guy on it, the inside. Sweet, it knows where they go. Okay, add a component, static mesh, with this selected. And this guy, add a component, static mesh, with the other one selected. Sweet, okay, so that's my building there. Obviously it's way too big, so we can change its scale and gain something like 0.3. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let's just adjust the height of this thing here. Basically, I just want to test the stairs, you know, see whether I can go up them. And collision may stop me going in. Bastard. Okay, so to fix the collisions on this shit. But it doesn't allow for the doorway to work, you know? Like it will just be a... Give me a complex collision. On all of them. Give me complex collision. That's better. That's looking better. Cool. Let's try that again. See whether we can go inside now. Bastard motherfucker. Okay. Something's not happy here. Like, I ought to be able to pass through that. I'm gonna take another look in here and see why it would separate them in the first place. Like, it's a solid object, right? Yeah. No, that's needed. I can't see any obvious reason as to why it's acting like a little bitch. Let's see. Exporting, it's going to do... Is there anything in my convert settings? Nope, this thing just literally converts the format. Collision. It is doing complex collision. Bounds. What the fuck is this thing on the floor? Collision, let's take a look. It's got to be in here somewhere, but it's just like, what the hell? Auto generate collision. I could make the collision for it myself. I haven't done that before, but I know it's possible to do. Don't know, let's go and have another look. Motherfucker. The sucker for pain. What happens if I just drop this in the world? Like, can I walk on it? Or does it block the whole thing? I'm gonna struggle. It's so big. Hey. Okay, cool. Let's drop you down a bit and just see whether I can go through that doorway or not. No. Right, that's another block. I'm gonna reapproach that later on and figure out the collision on that one. What I will do for now then is I'm going to do a bit more landscape. You know, I'm quite enjoying doing the landscape stuff. So let's go back to this foliage thing. Let's see. The funny thing about this paint tool is you can drop any static mesh in here. So like I could just paint fucking... Oh wow, tree stump. Dude, this is going to be perfect for what I need. I'm going to need these around. Yeah, this is going to be perfect. Come on. Come on, load the tree stump. Come on. Yeah, whenever you're ready. If anyone wants to buy me a new PC, go for it. You know, help yourself. Drop me a line, I'll send you my shipping address. Oh dear, okay. Come on. If it crashes now and I lose everything, I'm gonna cry. Okay, put that in there, sweet. I don't think I want many of them. I want them to be the scale. Well, 2 to 4. I want some big trees in this thing. Minimum distance between them. Let's see what that does. What happened to my paint mode? Why aren't I able to place them no more? Let me tick. It looks kind of cool actually, quite a few of them like that together. I don't actually mind that look, it's quite cool. That looks retarded like that though. That looks quite cool. I am going to spread them out a bit more though, so don't like. Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? Just a few of them dotted around the place. How big are these things compared to my character? They're pretty big. That's pretty cool. Can I walk through them? I can. That's not what I want. Collision is what I need. Collision presets, block all. Please change the ones that I've already placed. Yes. Okay, sweet. So that's now an actual thing that I can touch. Well, we will be changing the ball to be an actual thing as well. I'm like fucking sick of Unreal Engine. Please change your default first-person blueprint thingy to use tracers instead of firing a fucking ball. No one ever fires a fucking ball, man. We need tracers. Let's see here. Cool, it looks a little bit better. I'm gonna actually bring back that atmospheric fog, exponential height fog rather. That looks fucking creepy now. Yeah, that's better. It was messing like the tree stumps and shit. I do want to add a really, really low laying fog. I wonder what that does. Not much. Oh, it does. It adds like cloud above you. But I'm not going to have that now. Let's see now. Particle system. I thought that would have been a particle effect, but it's clearly not. I want a particle system. Instead, actually, let's go ahead and make a particle system. Making a particle system from scratch. I am not going to be doing that today. Let's go and see the starter content particles theme. Just duplicate you and put low fog. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to drop it out into the world. And instead of having like 50,000 of these particle generators, I'm just going to make it one and make it really, really big. So let's put you over there. Let's see, initial size. It's like where they spawn actually, you know, it needs to be a bigger. Just make that 500. Maybe like 500. 1. That's just its initial size though. It's spawn, here we go. Spawn rate. Like that'll be a much thicker theme. We'll do like a 0.1 or a 0.3. Emitter Origin. I want the emitter to be like much bigger though, if you know what I'm saying. I need it to be. I wonder what happens if I just scale the whole bastard thing up. It looks absolutely terrible if I scale it up. But you get the kind of effect I'm going for. Like you can just about see it there. That like low fog, but obviously it's way too high. Initial size, let's bring it back down to something more interesting. That's not really what I want. I don't just want like odd puffs of smoke. Spawn, let's make you back up a bit. It's like they're going in the spawning in the wrong direction though. Like, so initial velocity, it all wants to be 0. I don't want you to be moving. Acceleration, let's delete that node. Whoa, fuck man, that's not what I want to do. So I have this ball here. In fact, its initial velocity along the z-axis. Let's see, are you on a slant? No, you're not. Okay, so along the z-axis, let's put the maximum for like 10, so 10 and 10. I want it to go up. Oh, start velocity. What's this? Radial. Nah, whatever. So what happens when I'm below this one up then? It grows in height as well, because it's spherical. Of course it does. And I only wanted to extend it along one axis. Okay, scrap that. Scrap it. I can't be asked to do that. I may well duplicate this guy and try and use this to create a waterfall effect. So, like, initial size. What happens if I make them bigger? Do you know what would actually look better? Would be like a flip book material. Like it would be a lot less draw on the, what do you call it? It would be a lot less power on the processing thing, if I just did a cube here, let's see, cube, and made this my waterfall, and then just apply a material to it so it looks like it's water falling. Because, I mean, they're never going to be out here, are they? So, what I'll probably do now is just erode away this rock down here. Make that brush a lot smaller. There we go. That's looking a bit better. But the water stops? No, it's not eroded away enough yet. Sweet, we're getting there with that. Can I hide that fog for now? Sweet. So that's going to be my waterfall there. Lovely. Okay, so adding some kind of moving texture to that now. Well, we do have, actually, in the water plane thing, we have this kind of translucent material water thing. Yeah, that worked. Woo. Are you building something? Yeah, shaders are compiling. Okay, let's give that a second and see whether it's moving. Wow, yeah, great. Fuck. Can I kind of see it? I mean, I can kind of make it out. It's just not what I wanted it to be. And I don't know if that one will be either. This looks more promising. Does that even look like waterfall? Do you know what? It actually kind of does. It kind of does. It's not really. That's a bit better. It just kind of wants some. It wants a particle emitter at the bottom. So let's take a look here for a particle. What, you can't place fucking particle emitters anymore? Content, starter content, particles. See this spark shit here? If that wasn't illuminous. And didn't have that fucking pointless smoke coming off it. I wonder if I could like embed that in the wall a little and just have. No, I mean, it's totally pointless. You can't even see that shit. Excuse me. I'm just kind of looking for that kind of splash effect at the bottom, you know? Something around here. But what I could do is use steam. Ah, finally the steam comes in handy. You know? That doesn't look terrible. That doesn't. I don't think that looks too bad. It is that kind of effect that you do get coming off a waterfall. Let's just see here. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Sweet. Maybe just a little bit less of it. That looks right. That looks like a waterfall, I think. Yo, we cheesed that, didn't we? Yeah, we proper cheesed that. This fog is a bit too intense. Like, I quite like the look of it like this. So let's go ahead and just reduce the density of that fog a bit. So we still have the fog, but it's not as problematic. That's looking great now. Yeah, this is looking better and better every time we do something to it, which is good. That's what we want. We want progress. The only thing we don't have is fucking zombies. but they are complicated, so I'm not going to do them just yet. What I'm going to do is go for a cigarette break. So I'm going to pause the... I can't pause this, man. What I like to do is I use OBS Studio to record my videos, right? And I don't like to edit them much. I don't have time to sit and edit a lot of detail, so I just kind of do one take and record it and post that on Facebook. So that's on YouTube. Sorry, that's why I have so many mistakes in my videos. But I'm only human, so whatever. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I'm just thinking, where can I put particles that'll look cool now? Because I wonder how that looks. It's not big enough, really, is it? If I was going to do that, like, I should do it, like, bigger. That's kind of cool. I quite like that. I could put a zombie spawner in here, if zombies could make their way out. And then put an invisible wall for the human here, and just have the zombies come out the smoke in there. So that's quite cool. So you know, now that you start putting particle emitters in and things moving, it starts to bring it to life a little bit more. So you know, the water was whoa, I can rotate that texture. Sweet. Can I have it moving? Probably not. I think I'm pushing myself there. Okay. I need to build the lighting, I need to build a few things. I need to figure out building that shack. This dude. I need to understand why it doesn't like it anymore. I'm just gonna see what this is. No wait, I'm not gonna open stuff. Default collision block all. But can I change that to block all something else? Is there a different one? Block all dynamic? Collision presets. Overlap all. Let's give that a let's try that on all of them. Let's change it to overlap instead of block, because overlap should mean that I can touch like the floor parts and stuff. So I do need to wang you back into a blueprint, don't I? Wait, I already have one of these? What the fuck? What am I looking at here? I see nothing. Oh well, let's delete it. Let's make this thing. Let's see here, add more components. Let's select this component. This is the main one. Can I drag them in? Fuck yes I can. Sweet. Your scale, I think, did we do it at 0.3 and it was quite good? Yeah, just drop you in the ground a bit just so I can get inside. Please work. Ah, oh, you bastard. You see, I can't put like projectiles through the window or anything. Also, 0.3 is too big. I think like 0.1. Oh, too small. 0.2, 0.25. That door is more human-sized. The room is still way too big, though. Maybe not 0.19. Let's just try 0.2. I mean, if I pulled it up out the ground, that would help. Still can't go inside the fucking thing, though. Okay. Let's take a look inside the blueprint. Let's mess around with these fucking meshes and shit. So, I have a mesh there that is purely just the window frame. I have a mesh here that is another window frame. I have the outside and the inside. So your collision overlap all, and your collision, where are you? Let's see what that does. Nope, I still can't. Oh, wow, I can go in there. Okay, that's not what I wanted. At all. Okay, I'm gonna need to go take a cigarette break to figure this one out. Probably rebuild the model as well, since I don't actually like the way it looks anymore. But yeah, we got the spikes working. I think the spikes are pretty cool. You know, they just kind of disappear. And then in we go. Sound is another mega important thing in the game. Sound, I'm gonna need to add sound. There's like different stages I need to go through. So let's bring the sticky notes back up. So I'm going to need to do a sound phase. I'm going to need to do a post-process phase. These will all come later on. I'm going to need to do a life phase, and by that I mean particles. So like dust particles in the air. Is there a fire raging somewhere? Are there torches around the map? You know, bring the map to life instead of just this static looking fucking... Like, I leave that there to you, it's just a still image. It's not a map, it's not life. It doesn't represent life. So it needs to have... You see the way these things move? Like a close detail? This looks alive now. Just that scene there on the screen looks alive. You know, you could probably bet that there's some life in that grass. The river, the lake, whatever, also looks alive because it moves. The waterfall looks alive because it has the emitter coming off it. That steam thing looks alive. You know, it needs to, and that's the life phase. So I'm going to build this and go for a cigarette. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. If you want to skip the video ahead 5 minutes, then go for it. Yeah, right, cool. Build this, back in 5 minutes. See you guys in a minute. Okay, hello again. Really? Lighting's still not finished? Man, what does this thing use? Wow, you're hammering that CPU. Jesus, you're really hammering that, aren't you? Oh well. Okay, cool. Let's bring this back in. Let's focus back up here. Leave that to build. Okay. Okay. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? This thing. Let's carry on with this. I really don't know what's wrong with this model, you know? Like, it should be fine. I mean, I don't like it anyway, but whatever. It's not the point. The zombies. I need to build the zombies for this thing. I've got a lot to do. What I might do is put like a fog there. If I put a fog there, that kind of where will it be? Starter content, particles, steam, scale you up 4 or something. And if I face it towards me, come on. Come on. Slowly, slowly. Does that fog look good down there? Yeah, it does a little bit actually. It kind of fades it off a bit and helps. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. This exponential height fog though is a little bit too. Like, can I fuck with this? I really want it like white, or could I give it a bit of a hue to it? Black looks terrible. And it does nothing. White is too white. That's the kind of atmosphere I think I want. A bit too light though, but I think I can change that when I adjust the directional light properly. Yeah, by casting shadows. Oh, you're gonna want me to rebuild the fucking lighting. Oh. Anyway, let's just have a think about which way we'd like the shadows to be on this valley. I kind of feel like that way is quite cool. But a little bit that way maybe. That's quite cool. Yeah, I quite like that. I'm just going to test what happens with shadows when I apply my invisible wall material to this. Yeah, the shadows go straight through it. That's good. Lovely. So that looks right now, doesn't it? Excuse me. Let's see. So I know I can't just push my way through this. And even if I do glitch on top of it, which I don't know if I can do anymore, I still can't go anywhere from that. Yeah. Cool. The thing about these cubes is they need to allow projectiles to pass through them, but without letting me pass through. In fact, we're not even using projectiles, so it shouldn't matter. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave that for now. I have no idea what all these fucking warnings are, man. Fuck off. Whoop, whoop. Cool. This marshy bit here looks great. I do want to allow them to come in here, I think. I suppose I could get the other invisible walls done around here. That's something that needs to be done at some point anyway. Cool. Cool. Let's drag you out. Oh no, I want to copy you. There we go. And push that up against the wall there. Cool. And then we'll drag one out again to go like there. Cool. So it should be my invisible wall. I am a bit stressed about being able to kind of hop and... No, it does. It slides me back down. That's good. That's good news. So I can't go that way. Lovely. Let's this one here I'm gonna copy and slide over here. Lovely. So select all these walls now and give them the invisible wall material. Sweet. And I want to select all of these fucking things. All of that, and then I'm going to move them to a new folder. Group. Yeah, that's cool. So I can put all of these inside the invisible walls folder now, and I can ungroup them. This guy wants the invisible wall material too, and also wants to be moved to the invisible walls folder. Just keep that organized. Lovely. Sweet. So great. They're actually quite a good way of testing these walls. So they'll kind of like bounce off between the walls. Cool. That's kind of cool. And then when I'm down here I'm fucked, right? Yeah, I'm fucked. Okay. Lovely. That's looking quite good. This skylight. I'm gonna get rid of it and just have the other one. So it looks a little bit shady out here. Good. Lovely. And I actually ought to be able to activate this from the back, even though I don't know why you'd want to. Awesome. Those spikes, I'll probably line the whole river with them. Or, I wonder if I can do something cool with foliage. I wonder what other static meshes we have. I wonder if I can put some bushes or rocks down or something that kind of work as a wall. Let's see. I'll add a variation of rocks, I think. I hate how slow this is to join. How much RAM do I have on this machine? 16 gig. Huh. Cool. Okay, that looks interesting. I quite like those little rocks. I'm going to add a few of those around the place. Again, it's just a bit more life to the world, you know. These foliage brushes are really cool to work with. And what I'll probably do is paint on here. Just to bring a bit more life to this area. Yeah, let's change that brush size a bit and put a bit more mud down. The path. Oops, sorry about that. I keep knocking the microphone. I've got one of those extended arms that like sits out in front of my face, and I always end up accidentally knocking it. I can't imagine how that sounds. Must be really fucking annoying. So sorry about that. Let's take a look along here. A bit more paint on these. I am gonna head on back over here, select everything, and remove it from on the tops there. A bit like that. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like the way the map looks. I like it. It's coming together quite well. It's a weird, spooky area, and it's going to have some zombies legging around it. With the light that way, I can't particularly see the waterfall, and I can just kind of see the square edge there. So what I want to do is sculpt ever so slightly around that square edge, just so it's not as visible. That looks okay. But like I just said, the light, so I'm just gonna find my directional light again, and probably just rotate it the other way, a bit like that. Let's give that a go. It's just a little bit too. See how that looks. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. I like that light casting over the top of those. Lighting is really, really hard to get right in a game, so if you're good at lighting, like, fuck man, you've really got it. Well done. Lord knows that I am not good at lighting at all. Let's delete these. What do we have? I'm gonna put some more of these in. I'm gonna put some of these like bushy, heathery bits around the place. Ah, it's the shaders when I move them, that's what it is. Okay. So I'm going to untick you, untick you, untick you, untick you. I just want to put this one and this one in. Especially around like the tree stumps. Like I feel like a bit of foliage around there really would look quite cool. So obviously all of these assets that I'm using, none of them I've created myself. These are all, this entire map is basically created out of the kite demo that Unreal Engine released, but that's a free asset, you know, that's something that they've done to show off their engine, and I'm repurposing that. I'm repurposing that and using it to make my map look cool. Which is what you guys should be doing, you know, you should really take anything that's given to you, take it. Take it. Nothing in life comes free, so when the odd free thing does come up, man, you really gotta just be on it and just be like, yep, I'm just taking it. So let's go have a look at this shit. Feels a bit dark, but wow, yeah, that brings a bit of colour to the place as well. That's quite nice. Let's have a bit of colour here. Hello, myself. Cool. So we have the deep grass up here, the odd leaves. That's quite cool. I like that. It looks really nice. Like that invisible wall here. Nice. Nice. I do need a skybox. Yeah, I never know how. I've never actually learned how to do skyboxes yet, but I really should be doing. Now, here's an interesting way of doing this. Let's untick these and see what it's like to apply spikes to the edge of the river. Yo, that looks ruthless. I like that. Paint density. Let's just coat this whole side of the river. I mean, it would be better if they were pointed in a certain direction, but I mean, it gives off the right impression. I think, you know, it's the right. They're just not densely packed enough. So paint them more densely. Let's see here. Whoa, that's not what I want to press. See the options we have for you here. Random yaw. I wanted them to be able to go in there, didn't I? This is where it would have been helpful to leave the invisible walls visible, just so I could paint alongside them properly. But, you know, I imagine if they were... Wow, that killed performance a little bit there, didn't it? Yeah, it really does. Let's see the FPS with that. We're down to 50. But we are within the engine rendering this, so, you know, that should improve a little bit. But you want to keep that as high as possible, obviously. Cool. That's interesting. You know, I just don't like them. I don't like that. I think I need to do that properly if I'm going to do that. It's the right idea. I know what I want to do now with it properly. I want to put those spikes along the edges, but I just want to build a mesh that's a bit more appropriate for it, I think. Apparently I still have some somewhere. There we go. Let's get rid of those ones. Let me see, I have 0 now. Good. This kind of shit could look really cool. Let's bring this in here. Come on, man. Put that in there, and see, that's a bit too much deadwood. It needs to be have a bit of a radius between them. Yeah, that's not enough. I just want to pop a bit of deadwood around the place. In this grassy woodland, it would look quite good. No, that doesn't look great there, does it? I suppose I could. Let's just go and take a look at how that looks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Once the FPS like staring down, 120. Sweet. That's not affected performance at all. That's good. That's good. Again, it just brings a little bit more of that life. So we're doing that life phase at the minute. I really shouldn't be doing that right now. There's really more to be done. Okay, so we have zombies. We have a window. Let's make a zombie spawner. No, we need to... I wonder in the level blueprint. I don't really want to do much in the... I hate using the level blueprint. Like, when I first started Unreal, the level blueprint was all I would ever work in. But actually, it's so limited. You really want to be having object-oriented approach, so each object has its own code associated with it. That's the best way to go about this. I like looking at it in wireframe. It looks interesting. That's pretty cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm just messing around now. Lost a bit of focus, really. I need to think, what do I need to do? I need to get this building built. Let's go ahead and scrap that. Maybe if I do a modular design. Ooh, but modular designs are just so much harder to build. Let's see. Let's put that there. And raise you up. I raise you up. If that's the doorway. P 24/7 round the clock. That's P 24/7 round the clock. That's P. You see, if I do like the random box in a simple hut like this, then you've only got one entrance to cover while you hit the box, which is pretty cool. Or I might make some more windows just to make it a little bit harder. Cool. I'm actually going to slap a roof on this. It does need to be raised. Let's see, just to there, and then I can erase this line, this line, this line, and this line. And at the center point, I can draw it up a bit and then down. And then the same beam, well, not there, across there, the whole way across. Lovely. Ta-da! Right, what the fuck happened in here? Why did everything break in here? Is it because I deleted those lines? I think it is. You see this top one here? It's a select you, and there should be a corresponding line elsewhere. You bastard. Right, let's undo the roof and get it to the point where we have... Let's just draw the roof straight onto this instead. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to go up along the blue axis. That's better. Work my way across. And then inside, you'll see that sadly it's not. Let's do a straight line across there. Then we'll go up to about here along the blue axis and connect that to there and that one to there. Come on, go through the wall. It's really hard to work indoors in this program. There, the green line. Hook it up to that wall there. Drop you down there and drop you there. Lovely. I'll leave that line in because I've just seen what happens when I keep deleting lines. Let's export that 3D model then as a hut and see how well this imports. Remove all, add hut.da, convert back into my engine, hit up content, get rid of that filter there, import hut. Please don't be a bastard. Right, that's looking a bit better. Collision wise, complex collision, and that appears as though it would let me inside it. So let's drop that in the world and take a look. Fuck me, that thing's big. But like I said, man, if it's in proportion in In SketchUp, it's okay because you can just scale it all together in proportion in here. Let's just see what that's like. 0.15 maybe. I could do it somewhere flat to test these things. The bridge seems perfect. Oh no, come back, come back, come back. There we go. Let's just hook this shit up to the bridge. Cool, so let's see, can I go inside? Oh, come on, man. Your collision's set up right? Surely. Come on, dude. Let me in. Does it need a physics material? Allows you to override the physics material to use for simple collision on this body. Okay, that rings a bell. I think I can generate a physics material. A new material. Let's just go in here. No, that's not what I wanted. A physics material. Create a new physics material. Nope, that's not what I want to do. New physics material, save. Let's see what that does. Now we've given it a physics material. This engine is so complicated and huge, like there's just so much to it that I really haven't, it's just too much for me to learn the whole thing. The building is also way too big. 0.1. That looks more hut size, doesn't it? And those windows look, yeah. So we've got that. Let's just figure out a way to get inside the fucking thing. Convex blocking module. The fuck did you do there? What the hell happened there? Oh. Alright, okay. That's retarded. Why have you done that? Useless piece of shit. Right, so there should be like a blocking volume in here, so can I select it? Yeah, let's fuck that off. No, it's not what I want. A blocking volume is not what I want. I should be able to do complex collision in here. Use simple collision as complex, or use complex collision as simple. That might be what I'm after. No, for some reason I can't even go. What the fuck is this? No one asked for a blocking volume. Ah! Let's try it now. No. Oh, sweet. No, wait. Wait. I can kind of move around in here. It's just there's something there. Oh, it's the invisible wall, isn't it? Yeah, it's touching the invisible wall. That's what it is. Let's move it out into the middle of the river and give that another shot. Lovely. That's better. That's exactly what I'm after. So that interacts properly now. Cool. So we have a type of hut there now. We can scrap this guy off. Maybe put the box in here. And then what you want to do is go ahead and get the foliage brush and just remove the bits that are inside. Is there a way to like tick them all at once? You see, now I'll need to do a flatten. Just to... There we go. Sweet. There we go. Lovely. Cool. So we have a hut there now. And then what I can do is I can go ahead and grab this guy here. And I can copy this thing, scale it to however I need it to be. Let's see, pop that in there. So you need to buy 2 doors to get to the box. I could have done this as a door, but I quite like the spikes, you know, they're pretty. They fit they fit what I'm doing better. Just squeeze them together a bit and just pop them. Let's see how that looks. Sweet. Okay, so I'll be able to see the box in there, but I won't be able to get into it. Whoa, whoa. Cool. So I could just press 1 on that, and that will go. And then in I go. Lovely. Cool. So I needed a different type of hut as well, you know, I can't just have the same fucking hut everywhere. But I'll get to that later. The hut, what I'm going to do now is show you doing some textures. So, materials, add, create material, use a texture image. I need some free textures. So free textures. There is a. It might be this site, textures.com, and they do things like there's a certain type, I forget what it's called. Borderless. It's like a borderless thing, so it blends perfectly into the other ones. This could be cool as fuck. Sweet. I like that, but I'm not going to buy that. Textures. Let's go take a look. I'm looking for some wood. Wood. Bamboo could be exactly what I'm after. That there's not terrible. Let's download that. I'm sure I have an account. Let's see now. Well, there you go. You've got my email address now. Feel free to send me an email. And you've also got my spam email address, so send me spam email. Okay. Let's download you. So here we have that. I'd appreciate it if you told me where it went instead of just fucking opening the file. Like, stop opening it. Where are you? File information. It's in downloads. Okay, cool. So in here, let's head up to my downloads. There's gonna be some weird shit in there that I'm not. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you see how it's just this brown thing at the minute? I can go ahead and edit the texture. No, not the image. I need to edit it, and I need to change this to 1,000. $10,000mm isn't quite enough. 100, 1, 2, 3. There we go. That looks right, doesn't it? And I can apply that to all the walls, like so. It kind of looks right on the roof, but I'm not going to do it on the roof as well. And I think I'm going to put like banana leaves up there or something. And I'm going to do the same texture on the inside, just so that you know it's like a thin wall thing. Come on, zoom out now. You know, with this texture, basically by doing it inside SketchUp, I can set the mapping size right. So you noticed how at the beginning it was just that brown, just a plain brown texture. Well, by adjusting the size in here, it'll also adjust the size when I import it into the engine, and that then allows me to create a material within Unreal Engine, add normal maps to it, make it a mist, whatever the fuck I want to do with it, and then I can go ahead and you know, make a proper material. So yes, this one doesn't have a normal map. It doesn't have that kind of thing. Anyway. Dead leaves. That might work for the roof if I could find the right one. Something that looks a bit... I might use that texture there for the floor. That's quite good. I'll take that one. And in SketchUp, I'm going to want to make a new texture. Let's see the floor here. Bistro. Yeah, okay, so on this one, I want to... sorry, I want to scale it down a little bit. So instead of 100,000, I might go for 75,000. Whoa, no. And what happens if I take another 0 off? It's going to be too small, isn't it? Yeah. So let's change you from a 7 to a 5, or a 6, or a 4, or a 3, or a 2, or a 1, or 2. Yeah, you can apply decals and stuff later on. So I mean, even if you're thinking, well, it looks really basic, you know, you can apply decals to this later on so that it's a bit more how you want it, really. That's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and export that 3D model. I don't want to replace that. I want to replace hut. Export that. Yes, I want to replace it. And in my converter, I want to convert again. And yes, I want to replace it. And then on Unreal Engine, I want to go ahead and re-import. And that should bring in... Huh. Weird. What the fuck is this now? Dude. Have you just... What the fuck? Okay, so the hut's still there. It's just a fucking square now, though. I wonder what happened. Let's highlight the whole thing. Export 3D model hut. Let's try that. Fire up this again. Convert it again and overwrite again. And re-import one more time. Bastard. Is there a reason you've decided to just be a dick? Okay, instead of doing that, I'm going to import hut, because then I can import the textures with it as well. Oh, and it's broken it up into fucking different fucking motherfucking fuck pieces. Fuck you. Fuck you, Unreal Engine. Fuck you, man. Ah, okay. It should have different elements on it, though. That's what's confusing me. Let's see. If I place all of you in the world together and group you, you're fucking huge again. Dude, 0.1. Cool. That's kind of what I wanted, right? Oh yeah, it was up here, wasn't it? Next to the spikes. Like that. The question is now materials on it. Like, does it scale right if I put this on, or does it just look... Yeah, it scales better. Okay, so I can start like a wood in here. Let's see. Pine wood. Pine wood doesn't look too bad, you know? It looks a bit... walnut's not quite what I want. I mean, I could make it out of rock. Let's see what that looks like. I'm sure I imported loads of nice textures. I'm going to try find them when this stops lagging. GT free materials, that's the one. Come on. Respond again, please. Come on. Come on, compile those shaders. That looks interesting. You know, I quite like that. And you see how now I've re-imported it? It's what the fuck is that, man? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, inside, let's see your material. Let's put that weird brick on in the inside. That's cool. We're in the different parts of this hut. Let's just leave that on that for now. That one I've textured. I'm looking for the roof section, which I want to put like let's take a look here. No, Joel, thick green grass is it's not what I want. I need, well, I don't know what I clicked on, but it's not what I want. Let's try to change that up. Come on with these shaders, man. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's really not what I want from a roof. Let's have a think here. That's a bit too incorrect for the type of setting that we have here. Certainly doesn't want to be concrete. Moss, if scaled correctly, could look interesting. A rusty roof? I don't know, man. Ooh, doesn't like that, does it? Look at that shit. Okay, so this hut really wants to be re-approached again, but I'm getting there with it. You know, we've got the door on the front. I do need to figure out the hood, connecting it to the hood. You know, I'm gonna take a quick look at that again. I'm gonna sack the whole hut thing off since it's just been an absolute bitch. I can always re-copy that later. So when I touch this, let's take a look at the blueprint in it. I'm going to so I've got my 2 bits of text set up. I'm going to need to see my first person character blueprint because he's the one that overlaps it and he's the one with the widget on him. Can I store this as an integer variable? And we'll call that like UI. So what can I do with UI? Can I make a custom event that like gets the UI and functions on this thing, man? Functions on this thing. Let's have a look. Wrong thing. Physics material, I don't need you. I do have the text. Get interactable text. Get interactable text 0. And that'll call the function. Or does, I wonder if pre-construct, during the construct, and every tick. Let's see. Ah, sorry about the phone again. Let's just launch that across the room onto the bed. Cool. Return value. Bastard. I need to be doing something here. So I need to be like cast to first That's a character. What's casting? What is it? It's casting. This. Oh, cast to the first person character, and then he has. No, it's this thing. It's the. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Inside my first person character, I'm gonna have a text thing, which is OSD, so on screen display, and this blueprint is going to get the player character, so let's say cast to, not fast to, cast to first person character, and I can hook that up in there. Fantastic. So we'll hook those up. So what this is going to do is this is going to say okay, set OSD to be, press E, or set OSD to be blank. And then what's going to happen, oh, what the fuck's your issue? First person character does not inherit from first player controller. Okay. What does, I can get the other actor from here and do it that way. That works. Nope. It doesn't like that. It does now. Cool, cool, cool. First person character, when you overlap, you're going to have your OSD set, and in return, all this is going to do is, so how do I get it? So get first person. Get the player's character. Compile that and see it's going to be on it, and then as that I need to get OSD and then put that in there as the return value. Cool, let's try that. Let's see what happens now. Fuck yeah, boy! That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You have the variable set. Yeah, okay, cool, I've got that now. I've got that. So let's head back to the designer. I can start working a bit more on my UI now, I suppose. That font size can come way, way down, as can the box that it is in. And there ought to be a way to center it, so I can center it here. Awesome. Let's move that on onto another screen. Press E to buy door, and let's see, bring the first person character back over here. Actually, this thing, press E to buy door 750. In fact, what we're going to do is just make this a little bit more programmatical by having an integer called cost, and that integer is going to be exposed in the editor. This doesn't need to be exposed in the editor. We're going to make a literal text. Alright, can we do add or append? No. Make string. No. Let's see what options we have for strings. Build string, no, append. That's what I want. So I want the first one to be press E to buy door. So that will be press E to buy door. And then the second part of that is going to be a string. I want to take the cost, get that, do toString. So press E to buy a door, and then a kind of like a cost there after that line, and that'll be the B. And then that I'm going to convert you into a text and put you in there. So what that's doing now is taking the cost of the door, which I can set to be 750, And in fact I can edit that from outside of here. So by down in here I can see that the cost there is 750. So when I play the game it should be 750. If I slick on this and think, no, that one should be more expensive, I can put it to 1,000 and it'll say 1,000. Lovely. Sweet. We could have a thing of not showing it if you can't afford it. Or a second, we could have a second thing under here that says insufficient credit. But that means that the player needs to have a variable of type integer named points. And we'll expose this one as well because the idea is it can be, you can start your play with more than 1 point then or something if you want to do that. So back on here, I don't need a health, I do need some kind of like ammo thing. So text box down here. The text here in this one will be gun name. So when you pick up a different gun, it'll say what gun you've got down there. And then the next text box will be your ammo out of ammo. So this one needs to have a new binding on it. No, wrong binding. I don't need to do that color and opacity thing. I need to remove the binding that it's in here. I need to create a binding. And this one will return how much ammo you have out of your maximum ammo. So when the player picks up a gun, custom event, gun collected. When you pick up a gun, you need to set the ammo for that gun, and that's going to take some inputs. So how do I add inputs to this thing? Inputs, here we go. So I'm going to have a new parameter of type integer with clip size. I want to know the maximum or number of clips. So what I'm going to do is, instead of like on COD where you've got 500 bullets, you can fire 5 from a clip, throw away the clip and put it in and you've only taken 5 off. If you throw away a full clip, so let's say your clip size is 200, right? And you have 2 of those clips. If you shoot 3 bullets and throw that clip away, you're going to lose the rest of that 200 bullets. That's more realistic. So I'm going to do clip size and number of clips. And then I want, okay, off that, from my clip size, I can set an integer named current ammo. We're going to set that to clip size. And then in here, this text block here, this is going to be like so it'll be like your clips, and that might say something like AK-47. And those ones are going to be always visible, I think, so. Apart from the other one, because it doesn't have that thing on it yet. So this clips is going to take the number of clips and, well, I need 2 other variables. I'm going to need one named max clips and another one named remaining clips. Oops. Okay, so maximum clips will get set when you pick up the gun to the number of clips, right? And then remaining clips will also get set to the maximum number because you've just picked up the gun. Sweet. So you've set your max clips, you've set your current ammo. Your current ammo is set to clip size, blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's have a think here. So what needs to happen is clips needs to be set to remaining clips / max clips. So in this binding here, wherever that's gone, get text 0, I need to get the player character, cast to first person character, and then I want to get the remaining clips and get max clips as well. So then I want to build a string, so string append, add a pin. So this one's going to be like clips, and then it's going to be your remaining clips, space / space, and then your maximum clips. So you've got like 4 out of 4, and that return value is then going to be turned from a string into text, which I have no idea what the difference is. I suppose text has a size and you know, stuff to it. Okay, so let's go and play that. So I have no clips. However, if I open my first person character blueprint and set my max clips to something like 5 and my remaining clips to something like 3, compile that, it should be able to pick up those variables and give me 3 out of 5 clips left. Cool. Looking good. We're getting there. And then obviously AK-47 will be changeable. And then, okay, so this guy was supposed to have a repair thing on it, wasn't it? So, active begin overlap, enable and disable input, but what else did we do on these things? We cast to that character, and we... Okay, that's easy. So let's take off this and cast to first. Cast to first person character. Oh yeah, I dragged it off here, didn't I? And so off here, so cast to first person character. Lovely. As that first person character, I want to be able to change those text things. So I need to check whether this repairable thing's fucking useless. I don't even know if it's even in use anywhere. Repairable. I could do board integrity contains a false, so if it's broken. So let's do a branch off here, and if board integrity contains a false, if it does contain a false, then it is repairable, and I should be... How did I do this shit? I did... What did I do? Oh, I set the OSD. Oh yeah, I set the first person OSD. Okay, that was it. So set OSD. I want to do that. And trouble. So you're going to be setting it to blank. And the OSD for you is going to be hold E to repair. If it doesn't, then it'll show nothing, and it'll set the OSD to blank. Cool, let's go take a look at that. So, I can't repair it at the minute. What did I set it to? G or F or something? Whoa, did the piece come down off that or not? Yeah, there we go. Let's just knock a few more boards down. Whatever. Okay, when I left, it didn't set it to blank. So that's an issue, so let's have a look at that. Because when I leave, you really should be... Oh fuck, okay, that's end overlap there. I seem to have some crossed wires. I'm going to plug you in. Let's begin. You should be doing that, and you should be doing that one. Interesting. Let's go. So let's take a few of those off and then enter it. Whoa, they came up and hit me. Cool. Let's see now. Just try and knock a few more parts off that. So I should be able to come onto here and hold E to repair it. So I'm holding E. Come on, you fucking thing. Whatever, well at least the overlap works, right? I can fix that in a bit. And it won't come up because when it's already built, it doesn't need to show it. Lovely. Okay, so we've got a bit of a HUD working there now. You know, like my clip size, I got a crosshair in the middle. I've got this repairable bullshit feature on this thing. Come on. So now it should say hold E to repair. I press the E key down, it does fuck all. I do wonder if that's because I've crossed begin overlap. You see, yeah, I've mixed that up as well. So you begin overlap wants to enable and end overlap wants to disable, and you want to go on to do that. Like that. Sweet. That might have been what the issue was, so let's see. End overlap, begin overlap. Take away those boards. Have to wait for each one to come down before you can do the next one. Is it repairable? Because it fucking should be. I hold E. Oh ho! That's pretty good. Let's take that down. I want to do that again. Let's see if we can build a glitch of this fucking thing. Can you use repairing the windows to launch you out of the map? It's like if I run past it and hold E and I'm moving forward, are you gonna hit me? Are you gonna send me flying or no? Is it all repaired? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which board it is that sends you flying, but I might have to turn the collision off on those guys. Okay, hold E to repair. I am doing. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up there for today, guys. Like, I mean, I feel like I've achieved a bit today so far. I might do another video later on tonight. But, you know, we've worked a bit in the landscape. We've started looking at the hut. We've got the spikes working. We've got some invisible walls up. And the game's taking a little bit more shape, you know. It's going to take a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks of this, just to slowly do a little bit each day. And the trick is not to fatigue yourself. Don't force yourself to sit here and do this, because if you're not in the mood for it, it's not going to be enjoyable, and you're just going to fuck it up. You know, take your time with it. Do it for a bit here and there for as long as you enjoy, and then call it quits. So, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you stay posted for the continuation of this video series. It's been it's quite fun. It's quite an exciting one. 2.5 hour videos. Fucking hell, man. If you guys sit through all this and watch 2.5 hours of me chatting shit, making games, then I don't know. Like, send me your email address and I'll send you some of my used underwear or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys. Take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a positive comment down there in the comment section and give the video a thumbs up. Cheers. See you soon.